Hey, good morning. Welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Actually, it's not so early as I am usually up and about, 5 to 9. My God, I'm getting lazy. So, we had a couple of days off and we're back as usual. So, I need to get another thing organized so that it's understood, because no matter how many times we actually say this on the videos that we make about our property videos. Now, they're not our properties, okay? So I keep saying this, and I've even started at the beginning of the videos showing those particular properties that are for sale, that it is usually Marivic. Now, there are a couple of other ladies that come in on the act, and they also have been representing some sellers who have a property to sell. Now, when we get called, usually by Marivic, and she'll ask us to go along and make a video, and we do that, irrespective of how many people don't believe it, we actually go along there for the interest of looking at yet another property, which is always of interest to us. It's because it's always so different. We've been to see properties that defy description, ones where the people that have owned that property have actually dug into the ground because it has a very, can we say, gravelly composition, and they've actually sold areas of their land by selling it to to construction types of companies. So there are great big holes in the ground in some cases, you know. So what do? We go along there and we enjoy seeing a friend, and we enjoy helping a friend out, and we get a video. So it actually works. If you want to look at it like that, we do get paid, but we don't take a commission, because, to be honest, we don't really feel that the people who are helping to sell are making anything. I think that what they end up taking away from all of the effort that they put in is actually very low. So we don't take anything on that. Now, when we go along, that's the first time and the last time that we see that property. We don't go back, and we've never been before. So it's a one-time visit, and because of that, we don't actually have any great information. The information that we get as we ask, that Beth asks, that I ask for, that's it. That's as much as we know. And because you are the viewer on the video, then you know as much as we do. Now, I think that probably the problem for people who are contacting us for information is that they haven't, in the past has been, that they haven't watched the video through to the end. They've watched enough to know that they would like to be, or that they are interested in that particular property, and they get in touch with us thinking mistakenly that we have the information. We don't. So we actually can't answer your questions, and we don't always know when the property has been sold even. So do watch the video right to the end. Now, in the cases very recently, what we've started doing is putting the number, getting, in the case of Marivic, getting Marivic to say, my name is Marivic and this is my number. And we get her to say the number twice, and sometimes if it still seems a little unclear, then we ask Beth to repeat it as well, so there is no mistake. Okay? Now, if you don't get it right and don't get the right answer when you call, then try again looking at the video and listening very carefully. That's what we would suggest. Now, in that, just make one observation, that the properties that we have been videoing are not far and wide. We're not going to one end of the country or one end of the island and then coming back and going to another end of the island. They actually all seem to be in a fairly close community or locality. Now this seems to have one very good benefit to anybody that is a foreigner and interested in buying any of those properties, and that is that there will be something of a foreigner community there. So it may well be that you have a fellow American or a fellow Brit, or I don't know, in some cases a German. There was even one property that was bought by a man from Trinidad, a charming couple that we met, and they bought the property that most people liked a lot because it was, I believe, 350,000 pesos. So it actually was pretty cheap and in a nice area. Well, all of these properties are all in a nice area, it's just that they have different kinds of appeal. One of the properties, which was quite expensive, which I really liked, already had a house on there, a very basic house, by the way. It was a very basic house. The property was right next to the road. Actually, most of these properties have been with easy access to quite a decent road. Not decent by Western standards, but certainly decent by our standards. If you've been watching our videos of us struggling in our little red clunking and clanking away to get from the highway up to the house, but flat and relatively decent. So that's been a plus as well. So two, you'd be within a foreigner community who would be, you as a foreigner would easily be able to communicate to and easily be able to share information and how to, I don't know, builders, all of that important stuff that you need when you set up. So there are pluses to buying in that particular area, and I think that we have made I don't know, 5 or 6 or maybe 7 videos of properties in those areas, and they have ranged in the hundreds of thousands to the millions of pesos. Now, don't get put off by the millions, because when it's transferred to your currency, it actually is a steal. You couldn't buy anything like this in your own country. I think that's a definite. So contact them direct, and good luck. Thanks for looking in. This is a foreigner in the Philippines. The information is on the video. Bye for now.